Welcome to round one of this best of three series between Recon playing as the Mongols versus DeMuslim, who will be playing as the English. This is part of the SteelSeries Prime Cup, and this is the second round of the best of 32 stage. So the winner of this will be going on to tomorrow's series where the best of fives will begin. So this should be a excellent matchup. Both of these players are roughly around rank 30. So DeMuslim is currently ranked, I think, like 29, and I think Recon's around like 34 or 4, depending on his Smurf account. So they're both pretty much very, very similarly ranked. So this should be a close series. The map we have here is Dry Arabia, and we have the Mongols opening up with their town center between two wood lines. Nice little spawn there. Nice little nook to put that town center in. He should be very happy about that. Has some berries here. His Uvu just a little bit far away, and his gold. Whoa, that's a journey for some gold there, huh? That is a journey for some gold. And DeMuslim, meanwhile, over here for the English, which I think is one of his main civs, has 7 on food, and the rest are going to be going to gold, doing a pretty standard opening. You don't have to get too fancy with the English on your openings. You go for the council hall, you age up, you make longbows, and you tower rush and hope you win. But I don't know if he's going to be tower rushing. We don't know. He could go for a boom gameplay. Who really knows? Mongols obviously being a very strong pick right now. I think English are pretty good too, but Mongols and Rus I think are at the top of the current meta. So we'll have to see exactly how this plays out. Let's examine the map a little bit. We've got the relics kind of down mid, pretty much evenly dispersed. I just learned today, did you know that you can build a prayer tent and you can roll it on out to the relic, train your shaman, put the relic inside the prayer tent, and then you can roll that prayer tent around and pick up the, like you have, and it still generates the gold, and you keep it all in there. You can do it one shaman. It's crazy. Crazy strat. Maybe you already knew that, but I learn something every day, and I play a ton of Age of Empires. Okay, so over here we've got 3 on gold, 9 on food, and he will be very, very shortly aging up. Look at his macro there with the council hall. What is this out here? Okay, scouts, doing some scouting, trying to check out. I'm a little nervous about this Mongol tea. Well, first of all, this is an amazing wood line for the Mongols to have, so I think that's cool. I'm nervous about the gold. Nervous about the gold, and the Uvu is quite far away. It feels far away. But we'll see. Okay, so what's going on out here? We've got a wolf being picked up. Don't need to kill wolves. It ain't Rus. Okay, there's the council hall coming down, kind of between the gold and the town center there. A little bit of a buffer on his gold line. I like that placement. Getting his scouting, what's it called? The scouting hawk, scouting falcon. Checking out what's going on over there. If you look at his line of sight, he can just see a little bit that wood. I didn't really catch a whole lot of info. I mean, to be honest, the only thing you're going to scout from English is see if they're going stone. I mean, they do pretty. I mean, they're gonna make longbows, right? He's gonna get food, wood. He's gonna make longbows. You can wait and see if he drops the racks or whatever. But I mean, there's not a giant variety of what you see coming out of English players. So probably we'll see if DeMuslim goes for like a tower rush is what I think is very strong with the with longbows. So longbows with tower kind of coming up behind it, because that network of castles gives you a attack speed boost for your longbows and is so strong when you get down the front line. Okay, an outpost coming out now. Recon, very smart move. Predicting that, typically players want to come in and they want to harass this Uvu. So the goal of this tower is to protect this from any early harassment. Deer Stone is going to be built. Now, if you're not familiar with the YAM network, I do have a guide on the YouTube channel that I go through the YAM network with demonstrations in detail. So go ahead, check that out. But I'll explain it to you quickly. This YAM network, it gives this. Cavalry and traders near outposts get plus 15% for 20 seconds is what they get. But actually, that's a weird tooltip that's on this. A tower on its own gives that boost, okay? So that the traders and cavalry get the boost. But by going deer stones, you get this YAM network tech the second you reach the second age. There it is, and it will apply to all of your units. So it's going to come in here very shortly. So it makes your archers faster, your villagers faster, all that. So it's a great option. Otherwise, you have to research it here in third age, as you can see at the outpost. But you'll see it unlocks the second he gets there to the third age, and they get that speed boost and they glow gold. Now, fun fact about the YAM network: if you look at this outpost, it applies to that entire aura, and you see this deer stones also give it even bigger aura. So the inner ring is usually where it's able to shoot. And then with the arrow slits, it extends the range a little bit. But anyways, that's enough of the YAM network. Hope you enjoyed that fun fact. Archer range coming down for Recon. So he's likely going to do this ×2 production of archers there at his archer range. You know, up against longbows, there's no way he's making manga die. We need some archers coming out. Out here fighting a wolf, I guess, just doing some scouting. Longbow's kind of sitting back. Maybe they'll push out together. Maybe he's just getting a few built up first. Any stone. That's maybe something unique you could see. None look like any desire to go for stone yet. Longbow's moving out on the map. And Recon certainly is going to expect that this is on the way. Building a pasture. Now, why is he building the pasture on the Uvu? Well, this produces sheep, but it will produce sheep faster when it's by the Uvu. So he's going to be getting a lot of sheep, and he doesn't have to worry about going out and getting these hunts, going out and getting pressure scouts or anything. He can just let this thing produce sheep and live off that for a while. I see a lot of Mongol players going for the early pasture, even a bonus having it there on the Uvu. What was that? I think it's just the wolf attacking the Khan. Okay, so here we go. Longbows, just lots of longbows. Playing a little passively. I'm assuming he probably has scouted this archer range at this point. You can't always tell in the fog of war in the playback if you could see it. So, you know, I think he's sitting back because one thing Mongols can do is they do this ×2 archer production, especially if they go 2 archer range, and they can super outnumber you, and then have the speed boost of the YAM network, and you run out there to longbows, and suddenly you get outmaneuvered very, very quickly. So, DeMuslim is playing it safe. I don't see any males, so no, doesn't indicate any professional scouts. I don't think any professional scouts from this end either. Excuse me. And we've got a Gur going down here, maybe going for some kind of eco upgrade. But lots of nice safe wood. This is a good spot to be in against English. So rather passive longbow play. I think he's playing it smart. He doesn't want to get caught off guard here by a bunch of Mongol archers. But both players kind of like sitting like, sup, bro, bring it. Now, by the way, if you're not familiar with the Mongols, the Uvu, it will generate stone. Okay, so this is building up stone. You see them getting stone. They actually are unable to mine stone. They have to get it from this building. And once it depletes, you have to go rebuild this somewhere else. And then you get these special abilities when you put your buildings on top of the aura of the Uvu, being if it's a military production building, you spend that stone and you get double the unit. So where 30 food and 50 wood would typically give you 1 archer, a little bit of stone, you get 2 archers. So it's free units because this is, you know, automatically producing that. It's a really nice ability for the Mongols. But trade-off, you know, they can't build walls. But you have cheaper towers, the YAM network, a lot of really cool stuff. Very strong civilization right now. Okay, and there was a question about, do pastures cost stone to produce more sheep? No, they just do it automatically. You don't have to spend any stone on this. So cool thing. Okay, bunch of longbows coming out, and the deer stones being moved out. Oh boy. Look at this. He's like, right, he's gonna see this. This will be fun. This will be fun. What happens here? What happens next? Sees those deer stones coming down. And now DeMuslim has the maneuverability, and he has some great line of sight right now. I'm sorry, Recon. Recon can see what's going on there. Has this tower over there. He's not gonna be getting in on this end. He might even pick up that scout. Is he shooting at the outpost longbows? He is. Very interesting. So it's going to pull back. Yeah, smart move. Now, look at this. He's got 16 archers versus the 18 longbows. It's looking to me that Recon's trying to age up. A lot of vills on gold. I think he's certainly trying to age up. I'm trying to see if he got any of these upgrades. I don't think he got any eco upgrades from what I see here. So just going to kind of kite around. This Deerstone's got enough HP without a ram. He's not going to be a threat to that. Stay under these outposts. Going to move back. He can maybe put a few guys in there if he wanted to. These longbows want to pick up a villager, but they have yet to... Did they shoot a deer? What was that? No, I think... Oh, maybe the town center shot at them? I don't know what that was. Now, this is not a good thing. When you come out with this many longbows, like you're planning on coming out here and killing a villager or two, right? You're trying to get something. And those archers didn't get anything. Against Mongols are pretty terrifying once they hit the 3rd age, and Recon is well on his way to get there. Basically, these longbows have backed off. So DeMuslim looking good. Let's see what's going on over here as far as upgrades. No siege engineering. He did get his attack and defense for his ranged units, but you know that's money spent. That's not getting any value right now. Okay, so coming out right now with the longbows, but of course, Recon has, I mean, he keeps walking past this deer stones. I can't decide. I think he did this. He put this here purposely for scouting purposes. I mean, he knows exactly what's coming. He knows there's no spears. He knows exactly what's here. It's just longbows. Look at all the sheep. He is just going all in on this age up. I think. He's making more archers. Making more archers. And at some point, he can just outmaneuver these guys. And especially with the speed boost here, the Khan can use the attack speed arrow, and it gives them a faster fire rate for 5 seconds. It's absolutely huge. Look at that. Longbow, again, no value. Losing a longbow to the town center. Trying to pick off a villager in the worst way. He's just not able to. Another long... Oh, almost went down. Does go down. 2 longbows have died to the town center fire. You know, typically with the English, like, you've killed a few villagers by now. So this is a bad spot for English to be in. And... these archers could probably take this fight with the use of this speed boost. What to see. Running out, positioning. You see them running quickly because they do have the EM network plus 15% speed. And here we go. Kiting, that was actually a speed boost arrow. That was not the attack speed arrow. And he's chasing down these longbows. And this is what I was talking about. These archers can outmaneuver longbows. Let's see how this works out. I feel like the archer mass might not be enough. 22 longbows versus 13 archers now. I think these longbows are looking to be in a pretty good position right now. 20 longbows versus 11. Wish I could select both at the same time. But he is killing some longbows. 7 archers now. Yeah, so there we go. I think that was a pretty good trade for DeMuslim, to be honest. Yeah, good micro. Longbows are slow. You really have to stay on top of the micro. Speed boost was interesting. I thought he would use the attack speed arrow, but just trying to stay on top of them. But lost a lot of archers there, but it might not be in the world. Is he aging up? Wait, there we go. Step red out coming in. This will give when you turn your gold. It works as a big gur essentially. When you turn your gold into it, it gives you plus 50%. So you end up with a, let's just say, a metric fuck ton of gold. Sorry if you have that on TV and the children are watching. But we also have the market out here. So he can be using this market to trade all this gold he's going to be gather, remacro as he needs to. He's got all the sheep pastures. I mean, these are fast producing pastures. He's going to be in a great situation here. Guys, blacksmith down. No doubt we're probably going for the siege engineering here soon the next stage. He does, by the way, have his ranged upgrades. What is DeMuslim up to? I think he's also aging up. There we go. King's Palace. So the King's Palace is essentially a town center. So this will be 2 town centers production he's looking at. Right now, 43 villagers for DeMuslim, 41 for Recon. So not a big difference. We'll see if any prayer tents come into play. There's, of course, these relics you can roll around and grab, as I mentioned before. I'm not sure if he'll do that. Recon reaching the 3rd age, and look at the gold. The gold income is going to be... Let's look at the income for a minute. I don't know if this actually... I bet this doesn't like accurately depict... that you probably only get that boost when you turn it in, so it probably isn't an accurate judge, to be honest. Now, what's going on out here? Building 1, 2, 3 stables, so certainly going to be a lot of Lancers. Lancers, very strong unit for the Mongols. Okay, and there we go. King's Palace is up. You can see he can train villagers from that. On the back line, we've got our veteran Khan scouting out what is going on. He's just trying to get some intel because he's about to start poking with Lancers and with archers, and he is just going to start raiding a lot, I can only imagine. Now, the question is, what does DeMuslim make here in the 3rd age? Does he go crossbows? Yeah, we have to see 2 times crossbows coming out right now out of the archery ranges. No upgrades coming in quite yet. And honestly, if for just far like a little status check, I would give the advantage to Mongols right now. This is a great position for Mongols to be in. I think English, like with that strongbow push, can be just so effective, and he didn't get basically any value out of this. Oh my gosh, look at this. 1 villager down. Look at him splitting fire here. Oh, there's just 1 villager died. All things considered, 2 villagers died. Okay, lost 2 villagers there. English is on 2C. That 2TC, that is correct. But the power of the Uvu and the power of that step red out is something to be, you can't forget about. Longbow's taking some shots. So these are just raiding archers. He's just buying some time, and he's probably massing up Lancers back home. Let's see. 1 to 3 Lancers. Anything else going on? Step red out. Just bringing in on that gold. He could trade it. Prayerton is up. So I really would imagine we're going to see him going out and grabbing some of these relics here very soon. We'll see if he rolls around, does the rolling technique. I would love to see that. Maybe that's the thing everyone's doing now. I certainly will be. Okay, Recon just moving around some archers. Longbow's chilling out back at home. Is he going... Let's see. Oz is getting a lot of gold. What could he be up to? Building a little bit of wall. making crossbows. I think he's just going for a bunch of crossbows. I think that's what he's doing. Walling up, getting crossbows, booming, I guess. 48 villagers for the 54 of DeMuslim. DeMuslim has 54. Recon has 49. Yeah, but that's a lot of lancers, but he needs to find a spot where he can actually get some value out of these lancers. Moving the deer stones up, gives him a little line of sight, and of course that yam network. Okay, in chat, someone's asking, what's the rolling technique? So what you can do is you can pack this prayer tent up now and just roll him on out here. And then you pick up the relic, and then you roll it on to the next one, and then you pick it up. So it reduces the walking time of the shaman. You can actually train your first shaman here, so there's no risk of the shaman even dying. But I don't think Recon's going to be doing that. Okay, so we see the outposts. Now, with English, you see a lot of outpost spam in general because of this network of castles. You give them that attack speed increase. So these are two civs that use their outposts to boost their army. We've got some crossbows and longbows, and they do just enough damage. They're actually they are putting some damage down on this landmark, packing it up right now. You can see it's got no additional ranged armor or anything. So this is actually taking a lot of damage right now. It'd be a good pickup for him. Now, when it's built, you can see it does have 50 armor versus range. So picking it up actually made it take a lot of extra damage. Now, these lancers are here, but as his crossbow number rises, those lancers are going to be less effective, but he does not currently have anything frontline-wise. I don't see a barracks, no pikemen, no man-arms. He's just going to be having pure archers, but pure archers is the thing you can do. You can compare that with some siege, of course. Shaman has picked up the first relic. Now, relics, they give you 100 gold per minute. So there's 5 relics to be had. If he grabs them all, 100 gold per minute. It doesn't look like DeMuslim is making any attempt to take the relics at the time. Might be a mistake. I see a lot of players at the top sometimes forget to, like, they just ignore the relics, or like if they're not HRE, they just don't care about them. But it adds up. It can really add up over time and could make a big difference, as Recon will have a lot extra gold. I mean, he already has a lot of gold income, but this will just help him even more. And it adds up to villagers, essentially. 54 villagers for Recon versus the 64 of DeMuslim. And slowly creeping out there with this tower. This is like the creep. You played StarCraft 2, Zerg creep. That's what they're doing here. Both these civs tend to do this. Oh my gosh, look at this deer stone. He got down almost dead. One villager is repairing it right now. So that's kind of funny. It's costing him wood, of course. A lot of lancers, though. A lot of lancers. I know DeMuslim's making crossbows, but like, how many are you going to need, though, to survive all these lancers? He'll kite, though. DeMuslim will kite. He's got a lot of micro skills, so we'll see. There we go. Grabbing, not in addition to those relics, this is 100 gold per minute by having this sacred site. So now he has 2 relics. That's 200 gold, 300 free gold per minute right now. Plus, he'll probably pick up that relic. That'll be 400 free gold per minute. I mean, this is where I'm saying you just can't ignore these. That's villagers. While he might be down in the villager count right now, that adds up to resources. Not to mention they already got a ton of gold from that landmark. Lots of barracks coming down. So perhaps he got an eye on those lancers, or just is feeling it coming, and he's going to be going for a bunch of spears, perhaps. But just chilling. He has moved back right now. Okay, so just continuing to make villagers, eating sheep back at home. Let's check in on the eco upgrades. It does look like he got the first eco upgrade. Now, fertilization, you would think for farming, but for Mongols, that's for sheep. Okay, that's going to be for sheep. He did get his first mining upgrade, did not get forestry. I don't see any players get forestry, so it just must not be a great upgrade to get. I'm always like perplexed on which ones to actually get. Going for military academy, has all of his ranged upgrades, but has not gone for his melee attack yet. What? Maybe he'll do that. No, he does. He will go that maybe next. I don't know. We'll see. Mangonel out on the field. Did he get the? He did not get improved siege engineering yet. That's such a mighty thing that the Mongols can do, so their archers can train mangonels or springles out in the field. Lots of barracks going out. 1, 2, 3, 4 barracks for DeMuslim, and a siege workshop. So he's got a plan. He's got a plan back there. Archers and maybe pikes. Yeah, I think so. Okay. This is gonna be. I don't really know. These players are just positioning. Like, honestly, not a lot of action. Like, you know, typically you're trying to like cast all the action. I've just been fluffing here, giving you ideas what they might be doing. But we do finally have some lancers moving out. Look at this. Really going after those relics. Do I need to say it again? How important relics are, guys? Yeah. Don't ignore the relics. And he's also grabbing the sacred site. And wait, he's getting this one too. He's gonna have a lot of free gold. It's free real estate. He does have an outpost out here. He has some line of sight, and of course that Yam network. Is he going to take this engagement? 27 Lancers. I'm not sure if that'll be enough, but we're about to find out. Lots of crossbows. We have some spearmen. He had only started training these spearmen. Are they even upgraded? They are veteran spearmen. And you can see Lancers, super strong unit, even against this giant mass. Crossbows theoretically should counter them. Spearmen should counter them. Lancers, they don't mess around. They get in there. But I think it was enough for him to hold back. I kind of felt like he had enough of a critical mass. So overall, a lot of dead bodies. We got to look at the military graph. I really don't know. Units lost. Recon lost 40. DeMuslim lost 46. But you got to also think of he lost expensive units. So these all cost food and wood. These are relatively cheap, except for the crossbows, right? So I think that was maybe in DeMuslim's favor. Coming back in the choke. Very, very smart. Middle of the field, we've got some towers up here, of course, that can see this is going on, but he's going to siege those down. And you know what this all going to do is going to give the Mongols some free resources as they get the raid bounty from killing these. You'll see that pop up. Maybe. Almost got that one. And kills that line of sight. There we go. Some free resources for DeMuslim. And he does have a Mangonel. Now, Mangonel is an excellent counter to this army. So DeMuslim will probably want to get some Springles in here very, very soon. To be able to counter that. You see him spreading out his troops. He knows there's Mangonel. Now, one thing to note, though Mangonel are great against all these, crossbows are actually fairly effective against siege. If you can get within range, they do pretty well against siege, to be honest. Springles and Mangonel particularly. Continuing to pick up the relics. Look at that. Is he going to get all 5? He has all 5 relics. So let's do it. Now, he just grabbed all 3 sacred sites. So let's add this up, guys. 5 relics. That's 500 gold per minute. 1, 2, 3 more. That's 800 gold per minute. 800 free gold. That's great. Now, it still is not much as the Reg did with 3 relics, as we always point out, but that's great. That's extra res for him. 93 vills for DeMuslim, 69 right now for Recon. What's going on up here? Just seeing this tower. I was going to clean those up. Okay, well, it's not quite over. Let's see the income per minute. Sure, let's look at it. Now, mind you, when you're looking at income per minute, it's the step read out isn't going to quite be reflected accurately because it gets plus 50% when you turn those in. But look at the gold. Look at that gold. That is going to be absolutely huge. Okay, so right now we're waiting to see what's going to happen here. Both players just positioning, making siege. I think we're going to see a big battle. I like this. This is some good age vampires. They're getting ready. They got siege. They got archers. They got pikemen. We're going to have a little bit of everything in here. This should be good. Oh, boy. Let's see this. So I think we're positioning. This is kind of like an epic hill. Oh, man. What a great first round of the series. A best of 3 series here. Okay, so let's see how DeMuslim does here. Sieging down those deer stones. Okay, it's just some squabbling on the sacred sites. Nothing big. We'll stay here. Let's take a second to admire how beautiful this game is. Look at this siege going on. We got flames. We've got rocks hurling through the air. We got the terrain here. The bells dinging from the tower, and they're going to move up ahead. And Recon a little nervous backing up here as the English army does advance, building outposts as he goes so he can get that speed boost on his attack. And there could be a big mangonel shot coming up here, though. I'm a little nervous looking at DeMuslim's army. It still could have a big mango shot. But here we go. Here we go. Big shot going through, hitting the front line of spears and men-at-arms with the first wave of mangonels. DeMuslim trying to get his mangoes in line, but we've got lancers flanking from the left and a mango flanking from the left. Right now, these lancers are obviously very formidable units. Some shamans coming into the battle to do some healing. And what is going on with this mango? A little weird positioning, but look at that. The siege difference. This has just been flattening these archers. Is really making a big difference here in this fight. And he's got enough archers of his own. The spearmen have been neutralized, and these lancers have been just having a great time. Whoa, big mango shot there on the Mongol archers. He really needs to get that mango. Another mango shot about to come on those archers. So dealing a lot of damage to this Mongol archer mass with a singular mangonel. Oh my gosh, he was able to flatten those. I can't believe that stayed alive. He has the sprinkles, but he hasn't microed it onto the mangonel for some reason. Quite curious. So DeMuslim, I thought was going to lose that fight, but his mangonels were able to get mangonels. His single mangonel had a ton of value there. And you can see they're in the network of castles, so they've got the speed boost here. And we've seen the Mongol running home, tail between their legs. I felt like Recon maybe threw that battle a little bit. Spearman, very cheap unit out here killing up some of these mangonels. We didn't have any use. A lot of times you see players bring villagers in the battle to heal their siege. Didn't see any of that going on. And there we go. Loses his mangonel to a Springald behind the Mongol town center. And DeMuslim, I would say I would call this fight a victory for DeMuslim. He now has Mongols pinned down in their base. And let's see how Recon reacts. Mangonel, I mean, picking up a few archers. He already is way ahead on the archer count. Now, granted, lots of free gold from Mongols, so big thing. A little bit surprised that we didn't see as much Springolds in that fight. I felt like there was a lot of Mongols just fight from both sides. Mangonels just shooting, and they weren't really dealing with them. Maybe they forget. I know Springolds have been nerfed, but they're very effective against other siege units. I would like to point out the score is bugged for Mongols. This is not accurate. He's not thousands of score ahead. It counts every time you move a building. It adds the score. So don't look at that. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so picking up that sacred site now. Recon he does have a lot of gold, right? So he's gotten all this free gold. I would imagine that sacred site victory was actually starting to get within a certain reach, but there's no way he's going to stop him from capturing this. He's just using that for the gold generation at this point. And we do see some shamans laying out a little bit of healing for the Mongols. But DeMuslim looking to be in a very strong position right now. What does he do next, I wonder? Now, why is this going on? We have Lancers on the back line. Recon has just reached the Imperial Age. Snuck out Imperial Age. I don't see any aging right now for DeMuslim. And we have some Lancers in the back line doing some damage. Battles like everywhere. Look at, oh my gosh, look at this. Does he notice this? This is a lot of villagers taking fire at the moment. This could be pretty huge. And Recon, as he gets those elite upgrades after his Lancers, let's see if it's in queue. Not quite yet. It is pretty expensive, but soon it will be. These Lancers will be very... Oh my gosh, DeMuslim hasn't seen it! Oh my gosh! How many villagers has this been? Oh no! What a crazy raid! Just when you think like Mongols might be in trouble, DeMuslim just lost. Oh, he's gonna look and be like so upset with himself. Oh my gosh, what a throw! I mean, there's a lot going on. It's the double-pronged attack. DeMuslim sitting on 86 villagers versus the 80 of Recon. Recon is caught up. And to be honest, you know, Recon has that free gold. So Mongols is in this game, baby. This is not over. And we also got a Mongols that's an age 4 against the age 3 English right now. No landmark in sight. And right now, they're just going to start pressuring the base. He was able to clean up those cavalry that were there, but man, did that get a lot of value and buy Recon the time. Get some of his upgrades. Look at those elite Lancers. Very beautiful. Charging on in there. Go after that Mangonel. We also hear a shot on that tower. Mangonel going down. And these are going to be extremely hard units for him to deal with at the moment. We do see a lot of men-at-arms out in the field. But obviously the Mongol mass isn't quite here yet, but they're very strong. Okay, there we go. We've got the defensive arrow coming down. Now, these siege units are certainly going to die, but these Lancers and Archers, they're going to be laying down the pain at the moment. Oh my gosh. Down goes the Springalds. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, well, DeMuslim's trying to do something. He's got this army. He's got the mass advantage, but Recon's got the tech advantage, and obviously just slaughtered a ton of villagers. And now DeMuslim has like no gold income. Oh, he just lost those gold villagers. He did repop that gold line. Let's see, 93 villagers for DeMuslim versus the 82 of Recon. All three sacred sites in grasp once again. Sitting back, and he's just going to wait. Bombards, here we go. Bombard will be able to snipe these Mangonels pretty easily. And not to mention, they have a lot of HP, and if he heals them with villagers, it makes them even stronger. There we go. One shot coming down from that Bombard. There we go. Now, we have two Mangonels dealing, you know, a lot of damage on that front line. DeMuslim not backing down, and he's got man-arms. These guys are armored units. And you see how quickly they lay out the siege damage. Oh my gosh, can he get on top of this Bombard? This would be pretty big here. Trying to keep the Bombard alive. There we go. I heard a Mangonel shot come in. Man, what a fight this has been. What a fight. Mangonel's firing off there. We have elite Lancers kiting back, but Well, you know what's really been the powerhouse of this army is this man-at-arms push. They are just absolutely shredding everything on the front line at the moment. And crossbows, of course, are on the back line, dealing damage while, you know, he has plenty of infantry to support them in the front. Very nice. Laying a mango shot on the villagers. Wow, what a strong age 3 push here from DeMuslim. You know, trying to follow Mongols up to age 4 could be hard. And could this age 4 age up have been too much of a risk for Recon? He had resources for days, but perhaps was too greedy. And at least he's been trying to push his agenda purely with lancers, which the Muslims prepared for. He has a very diverse army. He's got spears. He's got man-arms. He's got crossbows. And the crossbows are honestly the biggest threat to these guys. Now, he could try to do some... Nah, you're not going to converting off with all these archers around. The Muslim starting to surround the capital towns there and taking out lots of villagers on the way. And for a game that I thought Recon was looking to be in a super commanding position, the Muslim is bringing the pain at the moment. And you know, it might be just that Recon has largely just ignored making other units. It's been all cavalry. And man-arms chasing down those bombards, and right now he's idled. Let's look at the villager count. 105 for DeMuslim versus the 54 of Recon. Looking very, very good. He could do Sacred Victory, but he's still got a long time to that Sacred Victory. I don't think he's going to be getting that for a while. Yeah, no food income right now. Yeah, all of his food income was on these sheep. That's for certain. Wow. So I have a strong feeling, guys, this is going to be the end of round 1 of this best of 3. Likely going to DeMuslim here if he finishes this game up. And to be honest, there was such a huge raid on him. And maybe DeMuslim just realized that. He said, oh shit, I just lost a ton of villagers in the goal line. I got to do something. He had the mass advantage. And these man-arms have really been what made a difference here. I mean, English man-arms are very strong units. And the pure Lancer spam just hasn't paid off. Yeah, I mean, his best bet this time would be the Sacred State victory, but unless DeMuslim just gets snuck up on this thing. Oh, wow. I wish I knew how much time is left on this. Wouldn't that be crazy? Red base. Yes, we do have Lancers back here killing all of the reinforcements at the time, so... doing what he can. He can't take the main army, so he's back at home, killing the reinforcements. And this is some good value for Recon at the moment. Just killing everything that's spawning, essentially. So that'll be good for him. What's going on back at home, though? Losing his capital. Losing that prayer tent that is carrying him with all that gold. Starting to lose the white stupa. I swear if somehow he just forgets about the sacred sites. Oh my gosh. Does anybody know? Somebody please go figure out what time does this Sacred Victory happen, because that would be absolutely wild. Oh my gosh. That would be crazy. Maybe like 4 minutes. Okay, there we go. He hasn't forgotten. I don't think he's forgotten. Wait a second. Did he lose one of them? Enemy destroyed landmark. He's just going to kill the landmarks. Where's the last landmark? Let's see. What, 2 are down. 1, 2. Where's this one? There's 1 out there. 3. Oh, this is his last landmark right here. This is it. This is the last landmark right now. You know, he could have packed up that prayer tent and moved it with the relics inside it, but he didn't. The Muslim probably realizing, oh shit, I need to take these sacred sites. He's moving on back. Okay, so what seemed like it could have been some crazy sneak sacred site victory. It does look like the Muslim is going to stop that, and that's certainly going to be it. Yes, he's killing stuff on the back line, but he just can't stop the main army is the biggest deal. Look at all the sheep. Look at all these sheep. No one left to kill them. Sheep are having a good time. 1.4k stone right now for Recon. He could have a surge of, I don't know what, because he has no resources. There we go, grabbing these sacred sites. And this has got to be, I mean, what is Recon doing? What is he doing? What's it? How do you get out of this position? I don't know. So, you know, let's think back on this game. DeMuslim originally tried to rush with longbows, didn't get any value on it, and Recon got up to the 3rd age and was looking quite strong there. I thought he was in a good position, but I think honestly the biggest thing that's happened in this game is just the pure reliance on Lancers to do everything. And DeMuslim has faced this before quite clearly. He had the crossbows, he had the man-at-arms, he had the pikes. He wasn't just going pure one-unit comp. And I think this goes to show, you've got to have a diverse army here in Age of Empires 4. And it's easy to try to spam one unit, to try to be OP or something, but at the end of the day, you've got to diversify your comp. We say that as these Lancers are currently just slaughtering everything. But they will die here eventually here. Okay, so we've got the tower going down right now. We still got this little army left, but look at the income right now for Recon. How many villagers does he have? Let's see. 8. Okay. What's he doing? He's got 8 villagers. 8 villagers. Oh, there's somebody in chat says they love it when I spin the camera, so let's sit here and do it a little bit more. The exact word I heard was jiggling. This doesn't seem like a jiggle to me. This would be a jiggle. Oh man, I love it. I love it. I love it. Anyways, here we go. We got lots of spearmen back in the base with DeMuslim, and there we go. Recon realized I got 8 villagers. I'm gonna call it a day. And there we go. Match complete. DeMuslim will be up 1, taking 1 game on the series, and has a chance to clinch it here in the next round. This is, again, the round of 32, but I guess we're here towards the end of it, so we're way less than 32 players at this moment. But DeMuslim looking really, really strong here, and I will be casting the next one, so take a look for that on the channel if you're here on YouTube, and I'll see you guys in... Well, before we go, let's look, you guys like your ecographs. Look at there. Here we go. So food, wood. So Recon, look at all that gold. Man, he really did have the gold he needed, but he just didn't diversify the army and was just leaning on the Lancers too hard, I think. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.